What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay from Twitter, back at it again with another VIDO. And with that being said, I am not a financial advisor. This is not considered financial advice. This is for educational purposes only, entertainment purposes only. Guys, this is just for fun. Please don't take your investment advice from a guy who delivers boxes all day long. That's just crazy talk right there. So, I was able to get a special guest for this Sunday. I was really happy that this person said yes again, and I appreciate it, Gotti. Thank you so much for coming on again. We have Gotti from Mirror Protocol. He's going to give us a little bit of insight, what's going on, give us an update, recap everything that's going on, and at the same time, hopefully, we can get some golden nuggets out of him, some special exclusive stuff. We'll see what happens. We'll go from there. But Gotti, please tell me about your I apologize. Please tell me about your interview. Please tell me about your project and what's going on, and give me a little recap of what Mirror Protocol is all about. Just a little intro.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Again, thank you for having me. Um, whenever you call, Jay, I'll be here. If nothing's going on that weekend, but for the most part, let's do this. At every milestone of the Mirror Protocol, I'll be happy to do that for you. But for you guys that don't know me, my name is Roland, also known as Gotti on Twitter. And what we're building here at the Mirror Protocol is a first of its kind staking platform, and its main function is blue chip diversification. And with diversification comes education, and I think that's the biggest thing that we need in DeFi right now.
Where can people find you? What chain are you on? BNB?
Yeah, currently we are on the BNB chain, and all of our rewards that you get in blue chips are Binance pegged for now. And what I mean by for now is, we can talk about that here in a few minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can also find us on Twitter at mprotocolfuture, which is our official page, and you can also find us on our website at themirrorprotocol.com.
That's amazing. So I hope to get some more information about what's going on, and at the same time, stuff about you as well. This is how my interviews really go. And I just want to tell everybody right now, I am a fan of all cryptos. I'm a fan of all platforms. I'm a fan of everything. So I'm not one-sided. I'm not only one token. I like to support everybody out there. And that's just my personal opinion. You'll find me over here, you'll find me over there. That's just me. I'm not one-sided on anything. I just want everybody to know that, please. So Gotti, one of my questions is, you know, you talked about your first job last interview. Which job prepared you to be in the position that you're in right now for Mirror Protocol?
Yeah, I think it's my current job that I have now. I work for a real estate technology company, and if you're a real estate agent, you know what the multiple listing service is. It's basically it's data centric, right? So anything that a real estate agent sells, as far as like property or homes, it's all built on data. And for instance, if you go to Zillow.com, Jay, all of that data that you see there on those type of websites come from a company like mine. And to answer your question, I look after 7 or 8 people um, at the company that I work for now. So this is what really prepared me for this position in DeFi is because one, I have great management skills. I have a great team, like as I mentioned, who are engineers, who are product developers, and those type of people. And just being in the technology industry to begin with, kind of piques my interest, especially when I started off as just a regular investor in crypto as well. So I wanted to know more of that type of environment, not only from an investor's perspective, but also from a project lead perspective, right? Because we've all been there, and a lot of people are still there. They are, simply just crypto investors. But when you get on this side of the playing field, it's like a whole different ball game. You get to know, why all of the delays, how products get launched, why certain products get launched when they do, and working with a team like BBTF, you get to see all of that in innovative way. So that's why I'm here, man.
That's awesome. Um, since you're at home and real estate and all that stuff. Oh my well, my computer lagged. What's your favorite favorite TV show to watch when you're at home?
I I've joined the Netflix bandwagon recently, and there are many good shows out there actually. And since I work from home, I have literally right now in front of me, I have four screens. Three of those screens are for my real life job, and my fourth screen is either Twitter or Netflix, one of the two. So I like to binge watch Netflix, man. Like if I find a good show on Netflix, like I'll literally binge it from day to night. And what I'm what I'm watching right now, and I hope people don't laugh at this, but it's a Netflix show called Dynasty. What I just I know, dude. So
Dynasty reminds me of like the old school. Was it Texas? Like an old Texas show? Like I don't know,
bro, so
something like
if
that.
if you remember back in the day, there was a show called Days of Our Lives, The General Hospital, and I'm aging myself right now because my mom used to watch these. And there was also a show called Dynasty. What
Yeah,
I just found out recently is that this Dynasty is a remake of that old show, and I did not know that. But it's if you how do you say it, man? So like you know how they say um, how the people that you surround yourselves is
hundred
so
percent.
if you want to be successful you got to associate yourself with successful people. Well, I think of the same way for movies as well, and if you watch Dynasty you'll know what I mean.
Okay. I think I remember Dynasty. I didn't watch it, of course, but I remember it growing up as a kid. So yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah, definitely a reboot. Um, let's talk about what's new in Mirror Protocol, or what's some stuff that you want to talk about. What's going on over there?
Sure. So as you know, we've launched two mirrors already. One was BTC mirror, and the second was B&B mirror. What we have coming up here in the next week or two, could be days, is we're going to be launching our staking platform. And our staking platform is going to be a one of its kind. It's going to be unique. It's not going to just going to be, a regular staking platform. And I'll give you a few details. One of them is essentially, uh, like for instance, if you go to Brew Labs and you stake, your tokens actually leave your wallet.
Hmm.
What we're going to be doing for ours is that you can actually see the tokens that you still have, and at the same time, you'll be able to see all of the rewards that you're accumulating in that staking platform. And the other thing cool that we have also, Jay, is we're going to be introducing Mirror Swap. So I'm not going to give too much details on Mirror Swap, nor am I going to give too much details on our staking platform as well. That way, when we roll out our products, it could be close to one of its kind or something that it's not normal in our space, right? So Mirror Swap is actually pretty cool. Um, and I'll just say cross chain liquidity.
Okay. Someone's gonna be like here we go, here we
Yeah,
go.
and if you research cross chain liquidity, you'll be able to get a good idea of what we're going to be rolling out. And Donna has mentioned this many times, so it's like he's mentioned it many times, but I don't think people has caught up on that yet. But he's mentioned it a couple times. He's tweeted it out a few times, but no one's really talking about it right now. But that's what we're going to be doing, and these um, it's always these last few months in crypto is very exciting because we start heading out to the holidays. And what I've noticed from last year is that projects like to deliver on the holidays for some holidays, and or maybe they just want to do something for their community, during these times. So I'm very excited, man. And plus, I mean, just the holidays period. I have my birthday coming up. There's Christmas. We got Halloween. We got Thanksgiving, and then we have the New Year. So I'm very excited for this ending.
Yeah. Birthday coming up, huh? You wanna age yourself or not yet? Or you wanna give an idea of when that's gonna happen or November, December,
I'm a November baby.
November? Okay.
Yeah.
So you get a good meal and you get a birthday. That's awesome.
Hey, you know what? Um, I'm just gonna say it here because people have been trying to figure out my birthday because of something that I mentioned on Twitter.
Okay.
I mentioned that I was going to launch um, SafeMoon MP on my birthday. I will
Ah,
say this. I will say this.
there we go.
Sometimes, okay, here. Sometimes my birthday falls on an actual holiday.
Oh, that happens to my dad too.
Is he in November?
Yeah, he's November. He's November, and one year it lands on his birthday, so it's
Do we
pretty.
have the same birthday, dude, as your
I,
dad?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe I don't
Uh,
know. People are gonna have to wait and find out, right?
all right.
Oh man, that's awesome. Um, so man, people are really excited probably about that right now. I'm just saying that's awesome, and a lot of people been kind of excited about this Mirror Protocol SafeMoon one because honestly, you guys are really trying to speed up the process with burning the supply a little bit, and that's just going to help at the end of the day.
Absolutely. I mean, it's, you know, an integral part of our community is the SafeMoon community. Um, I have many friends in the SafeMoon community. A lot of the people that I meet up in real life are from the SafeMoon community, and I know these people in real life, Jay. Like, they're really genuine people. They are the same people who they say they are on Twitter, which I really appreciate. You're one of those guys as well. When I met you in real life, you were just the same Jay that you are on YouTube. You're the same Jay that you are in spaces. So, I appreciate people like that so much. And that's the reason why I tend to be the same person that I am on Twitter. And, but yeah, man, it's like, you know, this Safe Moon one is going to be, we've claimed to be Safe Moon centric, right? So, what better way to do that than to help build the SafeMoon community up and just help in any which way that we can. And the cool thing about it is that the anything mirror contributes back to BBTF. And what BBTF does, if you've heard Don talk about his rewards pool, is that they also accumulate their partner tokens, right? Because SafeMoon is one of their partner tokens. And when Don's rewards pool builds up those partner tokens, he doesn't sell those down. So essentially, he just keeps those, and they also would be accumulating SafeMoon also because that rewards pool gets accumulates rewards as well. So yeah, SafeMoon centric, man. I mean, why not?
I know I didn't speak to you about this earlier, and I probably should have, but you the Safe Moon community recently lost somebody, and I'd love for you to just give yourself like 2 minutes of who that person was and how that person meant to you, because at the end of the day, we're all going to leave one day, and we all hope that everyone still remembers us. And I'm going to cry right now because I get really emotional about leaving. I don't want to leave. No one wants to leave. So if you could give 2 minutes or whatever time you need to talk about that special individual.
Sure. Yeah. But we did. We unfortunately lost someone that was, what I call an OG in the community, and she goes by the name of Miss K. Her real name is Kelly, and we one day woke up to unfortunate news, man, and she was, a very important part of this community. She was always positive. She was in the NFT community. She has dope ass art. She has dope art, dude. And you know, man, I don't know. Yeah,
Sorry, Gotti. I'm sorry.
that's no. You're good. You're good. You're good, man. It's she. I had a chance to meet Miss K. Actually, I was looking at some videos that we had as a group, out in Vegas, and that was back actually in February of this year is when I met her in real life. And like I said, we had a SafeMoon meetup in Vegas. We spent the weekend out there, all of us, and um, yeah, man, it was a good time. She was good people. I actually had a chance to virtually meet her brother and sister through a Zoom call after the scenario, and it was weird, man, because you know I have a good amount of pictures, and I shared a lot of things on Twitter, and a lot of people thought that Miss K and I were like super close, and we were not. The only reason why myself, Holly Girl, and Brian, and the folks over at Glow, why we decided to do this, Jay, is just because she was in our community. We weren't all best friends, but we knew each other, right? Like I could text Miss K, and she'd text back. So, we weren't like super, super close, right? We didn't talk every day. We didn't really talk on voice calls, but we shared a few tweets. But I met this person in real life, and that was the important thing to me is that I actually was able to hug this person. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when that happens, and you lose a person like that, you could really be affected. So you know when that happened, I was we were trying to figure out how we were gonna communicate with the family, and during these times you can't just reach out to the family on Facebook, because they're going through a lot of things also. So it was weird because one morning I had a DM from somebody on Twitter from a brand new account, and it so happened to be Miss K's little brother. And before I started any conversation with him, I was like, dude, you need to FaceTime me because I don't really know who you are. I've never met you. I've never met any of the family members, but I was able to verify that it was her little brother, and that I was blessed to have direct communication with the family to get updates, and then we started to do a crypto charity for them, and Holly Girl also did a GoFundMe. So that GoFundMe is in their hands. The crypto charity fundraiser is with Glow, and actually, as a matter of fact, at the end of I think tomorrow, we're going to be handing that. We're going to turn that crypto into fiat and hand that through the GoFundMe as well. So yeah, man, thank you for asking about that.
No, yeah. It's really important to remember the people that we met in life. It means a lot to that person when they're gone. Like I know when I'm gone, I just hope somebody remembers me. And I'm not gonna be like I want everyone to remember me, but it just means, it means something to everybody to be remembered.
Sure.
Um, what you call it? I'm sorry. I'm about to cry. I'm trying to calm down right now. Um, that was awesome though, Gotti. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know it's tough. I really do. Um, and to the family, I'm sorry for your loss. You know, oh man, I'm just glad the Safe Moon community and anybody else's community came together, and Mirror Protocol, Blockbuster, everybody just came together and just tried to help out that cause. So that was awesome. That was love. That was real love. Um, what you call it? Let's talk about what's possibly still the next drop, XRP,
X,
correct?
XRP is, um, and then um, we have XRP, ETH, ADA, Link, and Matic are the left on there, and SafeMoon as well. So what we're gonna do, and I'll make that here now, is we plan to just pre-sell the rest of these mirrors. Whether you know the decision to release them all and just put them at a pre-sale and a cap could be an idea, or we may do one pre-sale at a time. So again, these next few weeks for the Mirror Protocol and BBTF are going to be real exciting weeks. Just be on the lookout, on the official Twitter account, and we're gonna make this. We're gonna end up. We're gonna blow out the end of the year, man. That's
I
the
bet. I bet. Can we can I ask you a question of how this will be? Will it be on like the website, or will this be on Pink Sale? Where would this go?
yeah. I believe we're gonna do the same pre-sale, or do the same pre-sale as Blockbusters did.
How is that for people that don't know? So,
Yeah, so essentially you just send BNB to an address.
and that will be on your website, or would that be on like,
Yeah, we're gonna make it available on our website, and it may be possibly be available on the Blockbuster website too. But themirrorprotocol.com is where we're gonna be holding that pre-sale.
would this be a whitelist situation or first come, first serve? How would that work out?
So we're gonna set a cap, um, and essentially, Jay, what we're trying to do is, for the rest of the mirrors that we have, we're gonna allow the community or the people who are going to acquire the rest of the MPs to have that chance of just getting in at the floor price, right? And yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Will this be open to anybody? Like,
Absolutely, it's gonna be open to everybody. Not one set of people are gonna be able to do it. It's gonna be available to anybody and everybody. Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but I have to ask this question. Only because I've done this before with another token, and I'm just curiosity. Um, how much of that will go to the LP? How much of the money you raise will go to the LP? Because I'm not trying to be mean to anybody's, but I felt like it was a little unfair on another token, and I was just wondering how it'd be on yours.
Yeah. So more details will come out of that. We're gonna make it as secure and as fair as we can with the pre-sale. Everybody wants the pre-sale. Everybody says it's the most fairest way. We're gonna release more details on that in the coming days. Um, so basically, what we're trying to work on right now is the BBTF portion of it, right? So we want the automation portion to go out first, and then we'll start ramping up on communication with the staking and with how we're going to release, not how we're going to release the other mirrors, but if we're going to release all of the mirrors at one time or one at a time, and so forth. So more info of that will come out. We'll obviously have an AMA with that as well. And if we, let's see here, to be honest, let me see what's the date. It's possible. It's possible that more info will come out before next Sunday. If it doesn't, then I'll be happy to come on here again, Jay, Sunday, and give you all of that information.
Let's go. Kind of hoping it doesn't come up. They come back on. I'm just saying. What you call it? That's awesome. Um, some things that people probably don't realize, or I don't think they've seen quite yet, is that XRP is set to change the game, like up to a certain degree. And I'm kind of excited that you guys picked XRP. Um, let me get into my I believe is it SIO compliant or ISO compliant for the future in November? Not exactly positive, but this is going to be a big deal, guys. XRP. So to hold XRP in your wallet, I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor, but this might be a good thing at the end of the day. So what's your thoughts on that,
Yeah.
Gotti?
So we actually have Blair and Vibes and Bert, that also work for the Mirror Protocol. And what these guys have been doing, Jay, is these guys have been finding community leaders. For instance, XRP. Blair was able to do a educational spaces with some XRP guys, and these guys from the UK are phenomenal. Like I totally love these guys. And what they did for us was that they held a space. They allowed Blair to talk about the Mirror Protocol a bit, and they gave like I think it was hour or 2 hours where our community was in there with them, and they just gave like the lowdown on XRP. I'm so excited for XRP from what I heard on that spaces. And what we'll do again is we'll hold another spaces with these guys to give a more in-depth or another round of educational information for the community. But that's another thing about the Mirror Protocol is that we're not just introducing blue chips to the community, right? So, for instance, like ETH, once we get closer to launching ETH, we'll have a space out there with some folks from the ETH community, from the Matic community, ADA, and all that. But that's that's how I'm pushing the Mirror protocol is an educational piece. I think that's one of our utilities. When we launch a blue chip, we'll be able to grab these folks from other communities, bring them in, and educate our community that we're in about what type of rewards you'll be getting from the Mirror protocol. Because anyone can just launch a token, you get rewards, and not know about a token. You know what I mean? What we want is that not only are we helping you diversify your portfolio, but we want you to know what you're actually holding and what that can do for you for the future.
That's awesome. I just want to clarify it's ISO 20022 compliant. XRP is one of those tokens on there. So take a look at that and get a little bit more research. But this is amazing that Gotti and Mirror Protocol and everybody over there is able to bring this to an amazing situation with you getting reflections in XRP. So that's awesome. Let me get back to my notes. Let's talk about security. So can you give us a little bit more about security in Mirror Protocol now?
Yeah, so I think, Jay, when we talk DeFi and we talk security is, I guess, majority of the time it's you need the education, right? Because simple security can just be if you click onto a DApp, or if you connect your wallet into a DApp, make sure that you disconnect from the DApp. So, and as simple as that sounds, that is actually one of the biggest types of security risks that people can miss, is connecting your wallet and not disconnecting your wallet, right? But I think, when we talk security, we can bring people up like Lee, we could bring people up like Meta Captain, and just go in depth. But I think what the community and any community lacks is just the simple security procedures that you should take as an investor or as a holder, with you, right? So, again, not sharing your seed phrases, how you store your seed phrases, connecting and disconnecting your wallets. Those seem like very, very small. Oh yeah, well, I know that already, type of deals. But it's what a lot of people lack in education. And I think another one of the things are too is, you know when people send links on, whether it be Twitter or whether it be Discord, don't click on those links. So, I mean, we could get real basic like that, or we could go into like more security risks, in trading, right? Like, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I'm just a person who was chosen to manage this project. I don't have any financial advice. I'll never give financial advice. So anything I hear say is not financial advice to SafeMoon, to the Mirror Protocol, or to BBTF, or any token that I choose to talk about. But I think as a holder, Jay, a lot of the times people just have to make their own security, protocols, right? Like, for instance, one, if you're going to trade, just know that, if it's going to be at a launch, just know that there are going to be, it's going to be very, very volatile, and that you may not get in, at a certain price that you want to, right? You may not get in at a certain point in the chart where you would like to, and then even you won't get out of a certain point to where you want to exit. So I think security risk is more, for me, just education, taking it back to the basics. Manage your expectations, right? And then if you even pre-sales can have its own, pros and cons, right? We won't get into that. I'm pretty sure people can do their own research, but I think the biggest security that I want to tell people is just manage your expectations. Do your own research. Don't listen to nobody. Make the decisions that you want to make for yourself.
I recently sent you 10 grand and you haven't responded to me. So where's my 10 grand? Do you get those? Do you get those responses on Twitter? Like, I responded to you. You told me to send you 10 grand. I just want to bring that the scammers are out there, guys. Please avoid those situations. Gotti doesn't want your money. Gotti, you want my money?
No, I don't want your. I want you to keep your. I want you to. I want you to take your money, Jay, and I want you to make more money. However you choose to do that, I just hope you make more money. That's it.
So that was just a joke, guys. A lot of people come out there and say, "Hey, I'm Gotti. I have this investment situation. Give me 10 grand, and I can help you out. I can make you a millionaire." That's not happening, guys. Unfortunately, sorry. You're gonna have to be responsible for your own uh, financial situation. So only invest
Jay,
what you.
if I could actually add on to that, if I
Yeah.
can add on to that, there was actually a scenario like that where an account was made and it was named as a CEO of a project. It also had this fake account also had a blue check mark.
Wow.
This account, looked like yeah, this account looked like the CEO's account down to the T, and it had a blue check mark, and it said, they included links, and some people actually, unfortunately, participated in that whatever that link was. I don't remember what it was, but I think another thing too is that people should be looking at the at Twitter handle just to verify if they're interacting with the right person.
Yeah. Please be careful, guys. Very careful. Double check before you do anything. Make sure that person's who they are. But at the end of the day, no one's gonna ask you for money. Just they're not. I don't believe so. Like 100%, they're not gonna ask you for any money. So please don't send your money to anybody. Um, I just hope we all learn from that situations. Gotti, what was the first car you ever owned?
The first car I ever owned. I mean, man, if I said it wasn't a Honda, I'd be lying. Hey, Jay, if I said it wasn't a Civic, I would be lying.
Oh man, I know that was a lot of dream cars back in the day. Back in our days, a Honda Civic, lowered rims,
Bro,
system.
you said it. Why even ask, Jay? You just said everything about my car. Why did you even ask?
I don't even, at the end of the day, it didn't matter what Civic it was, as long as it was lowered on rims and you could bump whatever you could bump out of that car, you
See,
go for
again,
it.
you called it, bro. Like everything, you got to have the music. You remove the springs, and it's got to be a Honda. You're good to go.
Definitely remove the springs. If you were broke, you cut them. If you were
Yeah.
broke, what was it? You heat treated them. You try to squeeze them together.
Oh man, that's the worst too. Or you could even
That's
go
sometimes
to
your car was like this.
yeah, exactly. Or you could even go to AutoZone and grab those clamps where sometimes they break off, and then so if one breaks off, you have three that are lowered and one's not. Bad times.
Oh man. Um, I think that might Honda Civics might just be a California thing, I think, because I'm not too
I was
sure.
actually not living in California, Jay. It's just
Oh,
yeah. I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon, and there's a big population of Asians and Filipinos, Islanders. So yeah, we rolled out there.
okay, okay. All right. Um, let's see. Uh Staking. You guys have been talking about staking a little bit. You guys said we have to implement correct me if I'm wrong, you guys have to implement staking as soon as possible so that you guys can do your guys's
Appreciate it.
pre-sales from here on out, unfortunately.
Yep.
So can we talk about a little bit about like now the rush, now how that went down, and is this going to be secure? Is this going to be safe? Is there audits? How's this working out?
Yeah. So our staking contract or protocol is is not rushed. It's been in the works, and basically the idea, right, was to launch XRP as we have, whether it would be whether it be a stealth launch or a date and time launch, right? But you're right, we do have to release a utility. That's what it is. We have to release a utility in order for the mirror protocol to do any type of pre-sale. And the reason for that is if you look at um, if you do research on the Howey test, that will give you all of your answers there. And
Okay.
essentially, what that does is, um, if we launch a utility before any type of pre-sale, then we kind of, we're not working across that red tape. So that's
Okay.
what it is, and it's not rushed. Basically, what we decided as a team was that, for the rest of the mirrors that we launch, we want to do pre-sales. So how can we do the rest of those mirrors in pre-sales? We have to release our utility first. And if you think about it, I think it was last week that we were supposed to launch the next mirror. But again, we want to do the rest of the mirrors in a pre-sale. So therefore, we're going to release our staking contract first. And and again, this could be next week. It could be in 2 weeks. So the time that we're taking to release the staking platform is actually maybe a little bit longer than we initially thought we would be able to get it out there.
Yeah, because if you were supposed to launch XRP, you're supposed to launch staking right after that. And
Yep.
unfortunately, so yeah, I'm not saying it was rushed, but I understand that you guys had to do it first now.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Um, who's somebody in crypto that you would like to work with or partner up with that you guys aren't partners with yet?
You know what? I would probably take. I mean, how cool would it be if we launched um, XRP and staking, right? And then ETH would be next. Imagine if we had some sort of partnership or working relationship with Vitalik. I mean, dude, that would be crazy. I mean, Vitalik, he's kind of like a Elon Musk. He'll mention a word and people will go find that word in a project and invest in it. I don't know if you've seen that. I don't want to mention the project that people are doing that with, but it's, Vitalik went out there and mentioned a word. Well, actually, I'm going to say it. He said protocol. And I wish he would have said mirror protocol. You know, Imagine how that would have turned out.
Definitely would be hard to get your hands on Mirror Protocol if you mentioned it for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, he's a genius, man. Like, um, he's my type J is like, I like, if I could every time. I mean, actually, I do every time. But if I can go to like business meetings or events in just my J's, my jeans, and a sweatshirt, like I want to do that. Gary Vee does it all the time, and he's very very successful, right? Um,
My next question, by the way.
oh, there you
Go ahead.
go.
Well, go ahead.
Um, and then you have Vitalik. He goes to events the way he wants to go to events. So I like that type of culture. I guess you could call it a culture. But I like that type of culture. I could obviously do this, the suits and the ties and stuff like that. But if I could go to any professional meeting, event, in how I feel comfortable every day, you know, that's why I like those type of people.
Yeah, I got you. Which brings me to my next question. If you could ask Gary Vee one question, what would it be?
Man, I could probably tell you 10, but what's the best one? I think how does he make it so natural where he is himself all the time, right? Because he's very successful at what he does. But he's always himself. Like he cusses, he goes to interviews and says whatever he wants. So how do you either separate that or how do you manage that to where like people will not get offended or to where you will not lose your business, you will not lose your reputation on just being you? Because that's me, Jay. Like if you and I'll tell you this right now. um, Earlier before we started the recording, I told you, I go, Jay, this is more like an exclusive today because I haven't been on Twitter for a while, so I
Yeah.
haven't sent no updates. I haven't really, talked to anybody. I've addressed a few of people's concerns, but you know, it's like, how do you separate that, right? How do you like not come off? to where I guess if you asked, I guess if I asked, actually I could hear him answering in my mind, dude. Gary Vee would be like, "F that," da, 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 da. He would just be like, and that's the kind of guy I am, Jay. I want to be more professional for the community. I want people to understand. I want to show sympathy, and I really do empathize when certain things happen in the community. Obviously, right? Because I always respond whether you know when I first started in the Twitter space, Jay. How I got into doing my first Twitter space was actually when one of our community members got hacked, and we did like a fundraising for him, right? And then but what I'm trying to say, man, is I like to be on Twitter, and most of the times I like to say what I want to say the way I want to say it. And I think because people are not, we're not all in front of each other, and text, or like literally text, if I send you a text, sometimes, even majority of the time, a text can sound one way or the other. It could
Yep.
sound like I'm very compassionate, or it could sound like I'm just an a butt, right?
Yeah.
Like you feel like, okay, well, what does this really mean? So, you know, that's how I would that's exactly what I would ask him. How do I manage myself to be who I want to be, because I don't want to be anyone else but myself, Jay. Like, people have known that for a very long time, even on Twitter, and even more so when people have met me in real life. So, I want to know how he manages that, how he chooses, or how he just is him without, and becoming more successful as he is being him himself. So that's the topic that I would talk to him about. I don't know exactly what the question would be, but that's the topic that I would talk to him about.
I without being Gary Vee at all, but I could see Gary Vee just telling you like, just keep moving forward. Whoever wants to be with you will be with you. At the end of the day, you're gonna have the right crowd behind you as long as you keep pushing forward. Like at the end of the day, if you keep on doing good work, you're gonna be fine.
Yep.
So I don't see anybody, like obviously you're gonna lose people here and there. You can't please everybody. But as long as you just keep being you and keep moving forward and you keep on handling your business, I can't see no problems or no issues with this whole situation.
Yep.
But let's see. Oh, we actually talked about my next question, which was Safe Moon being on Mirror Protocol, and how that's just gonna quickly get rid of the supply and burn it. And that's kind of the idea, correct? If I'm right, to just burn the supply as fast as possible.
Yeah, like I said, the mirror protocols function would be able to do that for SafeMoon. But not only that, but if you look at, again, if we go back to Don's rewards pool, you know, technically, right, or theoretically, Don's reward pool would acquire SafeMoon, build it up, and not sell it down. So could it stabilize the charts? It could, theoretically, it could. But will it? We'll just have to see. Everything in DeFi is very volatile, and I'm gonna start saying that from now, dude. Every time I mention something about the Mirror Protocol, I'm gonna be like, the Mirror Protocol is great, but it's very volatile. Don't forget, just as any crypto is very volatile. Not financial advice. No, but yeah, man. There's different use cases of how the Mirror Protocol, in conjunction with BBTF, what it does to a project's chart and its supply. If it's a deflationary reward that we give in, we're just gonna have to see. This is gonna be actually for the Mirror Protocol. We have blue chips, and then we're gonna have the top leading cryptocurrency as one of our rewards. So this is going to be something new. It's going to be the SafeMoon version, or the SafeMoon mirror is going to be different from all of the other blue chips, right? So we're gonna see how that works, and hopefully it helps the SafeMoon ecosystem in as a whole. But we're gonna have to see.
So you talked about Mirror Protocol in the past, like it having no limits, like it can go to wherever it wants to go at the end of the day, as long as the community's there and will back it up, and for the most part. So My next question is Luna Classic. Is that something that you guys have your eyes on? And can you help with burning Luna Classic at the same time? I know you could reflect it, but would you help with the burn since they are big on burning 1% of their supply or
Yeah,
1.2?
so we've had many um, suggestions and requests for Luna Classic. It's something that we are looking at. Um, but so here's my thing, right? So taking back to um, just taking back a few weeks ago, you know, I'm very excited to introduce as many blue chips as we can, or any or as many top cryptocurrencies as we can. But here's the thing for me, Jay, as I'm as I have been, um, readjusting myself and trying to reposition the Mirror protocol. So one concern about or out in the community is that the mirror is trading sideways. For me, from a project manager perspective, is that I think that's a great idea, and the reason why for that is the mirror protocol as of right now is 2 of 8 tokens, right? And what I mean by that is that there's 8 parts to the mirror protocol as of right now for it for anyone to see it fully functioning. So what I want to do right now, Jay, is just concentrate on the 8 that we have now, release all of these 8, let people see how the mirror protocol works as it's fully functioning, right? So that means the eight mirrors that we have, staking and mirror swap. Once that's out, then we can talk about what we're going to be doing next and what other mirrors we'll be introducing. That way, you know, people won't say, "Oh, well, you guys have an unlimited number of releases. Like, when is this going to start working?" I want to show people how this starts working as we release all of it. I just want to make like a full completed project right now, because right now what people don't understand is that it's not a fully completed project. Although there are 2 tokens out already, 2 mirrors out, it's still not a fully functioning product.
No, I get that. Yeah, I totally understand. Let's finish what we got in front of us and then what we planned out and get that over with. And then we could talk about future stuff.
Yep.
Totally understand. Get that. Um, so we're pretty much coming towards the end of the interview. Is there anything that we left out that, maybe an Easter egg or something like that that you want to drop on us, or if there's anything that you want to speak about Mirror Protocol and what's going to happen?
Um, I don't really have any golden nuggets today, but I just want to let the community know to be patient and that we're diligently working on what we are here to accomplish. The Mirror Protocol, myself, Gotti, the managing director, is not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I may be a little less focused on, community engagement, but that's why I have a strong team like Crypto James. I have Bert Beatty, I have Vibes Well, and I also have Blair out there to answer any questions that you guys have. However, when I start, see, it's because when I get back on Twitter, right, and you know, once I start getting more active, people are gonna, get a hint of the Mirror Protocol, doing something soon. So, I'm just gonna try to kick back a little bit, just manage the Mirror Protocol, do what I gotta do to get all of these other pre-launches out there or pre-sales out there, get the staking out there, and get Mirror Swap.
So quick recap, staking coming soon, correct?
Yep.
Uh, what was it? After that, we'll have XRP,
Yep.
and then possibly on your birthday sometime soon, Mirror Protocol, SafeMoon.
Yep. So in between now, so here's the crazy thing, Jay. In between now and my birthday, you might just see all of these mirrors go out on pre-sale. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I like that. I thought you hinted to that a little bit, but now it's more a little bit clearer of a situation. So we might see them all on the website and be able to pick which one we want to put our money into.
Yeah. And then that's the part we got to figure out, whether if it hits a certain, or are we going to give it a certain cap, or are we going to give it a certain timeline for it to actually launch, more info will come out on that.
So let me ask you this, because people, and you don't have to answer it, of course, if you're not ready to, but um, as far as the pre-sale goes down, are you going to cap wallets at a certain amount? Like, will there be only $1,000 buy, a $2,000 buy? What will be the maximum a person might be able to buy? If you don't have that number yet, I totally understand, but is that in play?
Yeah, I don't have that number yet, and we'll release more information on that. It may go, um, it may go like the BBTF function did, right? Where you could only buy, I think it was like 4.9 BNB per wallet. So we'll figure out what we're going to come up with, and we'll give more information on that.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, we have a little bit of idea, so that works. Gotti, thank you again for giving me, an hour of your time, a little bit over an hour of your time. I really do appreciate it. Everybody out here appreciates it as well. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to say before we leave?
No, thank you for having me on here, and I'm pretty sure this won't be our last. I'll be happy to come on your YouTube show anytime, brother.
Awesome. Thank you. And anybody who is watching this, there might be a lag and delay in our voices, but this was unedited. This was strictly raw, one take. So this is how it went down. Unfortunately, internet is what it is. It might had a little bit of lag here and there, but I apologize. We try to do our best with this situation. I do want to remind people I did not get paid for this. Gotti did not pay me $1. I'm not taking $1 from him at all. I do this because I like to talk about crypto. I like to be informed. I like other people to be informed. So I just want you guys to all know that, I appreciate Gotti doing this for me. It really does mean a lot to me because it helps me out. I hopefully am helping Gotti out, just spread the word out a little bit more. So thank you guys again for giving us an hour of your time. We really do appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.